In this video, I'll be covering how to catch sniper entries like this in Crest 300, and it helped me actually spin a 50 USD account to 180 USD. So stick to the end to learn how you can do it as well. Now on to the chart, and that is the deposit amount. So we start off on the weekly time frame when we see prices reacting off of the weekly breaker block. So price reacted off nicely right there, and if we look down from the weekly chart onto the daily, we also get to see a confluence around that level where price reacted off of the daily order block, which is in line with the weekly breaker block. Now what's interesting as well is price is also reacting at the daily mitigation block. So weekly breaker block, daily order block, and daily mitigation block. That is our confluence, and that is the reason why price went up and it broke structure above that high. So we expect price to return back into the range and then shoot up. So while it broke structure, it went up to give us a wipe or grab liquidity above that high on the weekly chart, and it respected the rejection block. So after price made the wipe and respected the rejection block, we expect price to return back into the range and then sort of react off of the interest point within that range. And that interest point, we're going to go over it and what we think price. So you can basically see what price is reacting off of that daily order block, but we'll cover it soon. Now, on the 4 hour, we see that price raided that low. You see, price made a run below that low. It was hunting stops, and then it reacted off of the daily mitigation block inside the range, like within the range. So yeah, it did not reach the daily order block, but it surely made a reaction off of the daily mitigation block. So we want to continue buying it, or want to find somewhere to buy it. Now we see that it's currently reacting, and we're going to be working within that little range right there. So on the 1 hour, we see price made a stop hunt below the low, that low, and when it made the stop hunt, it went below there and respected the 4 hour OB. But most importantly, I want you guys to see that it filled the fair value gap, and then it went up and now returned back down to give us a stop hunt. Now that second stop hunt, it was doing a second test, and now when we sort of mark out, we use our Fibonacci, we will extract the mean threshold of the 4 hour order block. So this is our mean threshold, and that's where price reacted off of, or it's reacting currently. So we expect to sort of catch a buy within that little price action that's going around there. Now on our left, we can see right now, what we can see is price made another stop hunt, and it hit the 1 hour order block, which is in line with the 4 hour OB mean threshold. So you see, it's like they keep on adding. There's so much confluence inside this Crest 300 analysis. Now after it hit the mean threshold and the 1 hour order block, price went up to break structure, and after it broke structure above that high, we expect it to return back and buy it. Now it broke structure above that high again as well. Now when it returned back into the range, it sort of raided, or it's grabbing liquidity within that range, and it's going to fill this imbalance or inefficiency that was left when price was shooting up. And we want it to respect the 15-minute order block. So that's where we're going to be capturing our buy, and we're going to be placing our buy orders right there, and we expect for us to make profit. Now with a 50 USD account, typically most of the time, when you trade these huge ones like Crest 300, B300, and you usually have to use like big amounts, like big startups like 50 USD or 100 USD. Now here, I think I only managed to enter 2 positions with a 50 USD, imagine. So yeah, I entered 2 positions in this buy, and we have to see what happens afterwards. My aim is for it to reach inside that fair value gap, and that's where I'll be satisfied to close the positions. So after some time, you can see it was a clean sniper entry, like I showed you again. in the beginning of this video, and we're around with almost double the account. We had 48 USD in profits, and then later on price went up to fill the fair value gap right there. Now this was of course my target in the analysis, so I decided, you know what, I think it was a good trade. It was a beautiful trade. If I kept on holding, it would be more than I asked for. And yeah, we're around 132 USD in profits, and you know, from a 50 USD it's good enough for us to close, so I decided to close at this time. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next video.